Welcome in to another Laodicean Lookout podcast. I hope you have had a great week. Happy Friday. We're looking forward to a great weekend. I'm glad you have tuned in. Good to see you, Johnny and Jacob. How in the world are you guys?
I'm doing great, man. Real good.
Doing good.
My goodness, this is the third Laodicean Lookout podcast.
Well, no, I think this is the second Laodicean Lookout podcast.
Second one with a name, third one overall.
Yeah, there we go.
And man, these are fun. I look forward to these every week. Some videos are just like tedious and strenuous, but these are fun. I really enjoy these. So anyway, we have got some fun stuff to talk about on the podcast today. Jacob, you have shaved.
Oh, yeah. Baby-faced assassin.
The baby-faced assassin. I don't like it, though.
Why?
Because you just look too young. You look like you're like 12. We got some fresh cuts, too, like yesterday.
Yeah.
I got my beard trimmed up on the side. You can barely see it. You can barely see it now. It's so short. My sister-in-law cut my hair yesterday, and she was just like right on my beard. So that was fun, but it looks good. It almost looks like I got a goatee, which I don't think, Johnny, you got the goatee rocking.
Right.
But I don't know if I could do a goatee.
I've tried and I look ridiculous.
With a goatee?
Yes. Because the hair doesn't grow in like towards my lip or anything. So it looks just like a straight neck beard goatee. It looks terrible.
Yeah. I had the neck beard going on for a while.
Yeah, but
I like a neck
it's starting
beard.
to come in now. Like it's starting to go up a little bit and connect with the mustache.
Yeah, mine's definitely coming in. Took long enough. Took me months to do it. I'm going to grow a neck beard, though, for winter. It's going to be like my little homemade scarf.
Please don't.
I'm going to. I'm going to
going to connect with like chest hair. It's going to be like...
Yeah, I'm just going to be
a mountain man.
Yeah. So anyway, well, yeah, you're right with the Lord finally. You got right with God and shaved your face.
Yeah, now I can preach and...
Now you can preach in pulpits. Yeah.
I got to wear a white shirt too, though.
That's true. You got to wear a white shirt. That's obvious. No, there are preachers that really believe that junk, though. Like you got to wear a white shirt. You can't have facial hair. John Hamlin, gets on Twitter and he'll always throw something in there about your razor ought to be your friend and all that kind of stuff. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know where they get that from.
I really don't either. Like I really don't know where the basis for not having facial hair is like good.
I mean, I'm for white shirts and stuff. Like if I preach normally, I will wear like a white shirt just because. I mean, it looks fresh. It looks good.
Yeah. I mean, I typically wear a white shirt when I preach. I think it looks better. But no conviction about it at all. But this facial hair thing is really where it's just wild. I don't understand it because like you'll have guys like I was preaching out in Nebraska one time. And I was out there on a missions trip, and this guy was like, hey, I'll have you preach for me on a Wednesday. This dude's completely nuts. He's a nutcase and knows a thimbleful of Bible. But he sent me a platform like guide for what I was supposed to wear. And there were rules on there like you got to have your shoes shined, you got to wear a white shirt, and you can't have facial hair. And so, at that time it was, fine, whatever. Like I didn't wear a beard then, and like I put on a white shirt. I guess my shoes were sufficiently shined. He never said anything to me. But like the Bible literally says that Jesus had a beard.
Yeah.
Like Jesus wouldn't be allowed to preach for some of these guys. Like he literally would not be allowed. And the Old Testament, a lot of people don't realize this. The Old Testament actually forbids you can't cut the corners of your beard and you can't round the top of your head.
Right.
You go to Israel and like that's where you see these Jews with like the Jerry curls on the sides.
Jerry curls.
Whatever the heck they're called.
I don't know if they're called Jerry curls, but
yeah, whatever. And then like they'll have like, and some of them will have like longer hair because they weren't like, and so I just don't understand it. Jesus had long hair. That's Leviticus 19. It literally, talks about the Jews not allowed to round the corners of their head and all that kind of stuff, and the beard, not just the beard, but the head as well. And so, and now here's your little information, boys. The New Testament never says that Jesus had a beard.
And I thought it did. I thought it was in one of the Gospels or something.
Yeah. Yeah, like Matthew 27 or something. It never records. Jesus never has a beard in the New Testament. But we know he had a beard because of Isaiah. Isaiah is where it's found. Isaiah chapter 50, verse number 6. I gave my back to the smiters and my cheeks to them that plucked off the hair, I hid not my face from shame and spitting. So that's where you find it. But it's just so clear Jesus had a beard. And if you're like saying that like having a beard is sinful, you're wrong. You're wrong, and you need to get right with the Lord. You're the one that needs to get right with God. If you're putting a standard on, now we're independent Baptists, you can do whatever the heck you want to. But if you're putting a standard on your men that they can't wear beards, now that's your business. Run your church however you want to do it. But that's just unbiblical. That is a tradition of men that you are forcing upon them. So anyway, there's that. But yeah, all that to say this, Jake has officially shaved. Johnny, you ever going to go clean shaven again?
No.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever even seen you clean shaven. Have I ever seen you clean shaven?
I think he has. He's
maybe once or twice.
Yeah, he's hung out with us. He's had a clean face.
No.
Pretty sure.
No.
Really?
No. Oh, I've been hanging out with Johnny for
like
maybe you just
years now.
A lot.
Years. I've been hanging out with you for years. How long have we been hanging out, Johnny? It's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Like five years or something like that. I don't know if I've maybe seen you clean shaven one time. Maybe. I don't remember it though. So anyway, well, so here's the big controversy on Facebook right now. I love to always talk about my Facebook controversies because they're so entertaining. This keeps getting resurfaced so much all the time. The divorced and remarried preachers. That keeps coming up. Of course, a shameless plug. I wrote a book on that. You can get my book, Divorced But Not Demoted, on Amazon. Just type in Sluder and my name will come up.
Or the description of the video.
Oh, that's right. Look at John. See, this is why I hang out with Johnny. Always surround yourself with people that are better than you, and you'll get better. You can go to the descriptions in this video, and a link will be right there. Amazon. You can buy the book for $6.50 if you want a hard copy of it, or you can get the online version for $2.99, whichever one you want to do. So, but Divorce Not Known. I wrote the book, but there was this guy. His name is Charles E. Hamilton Jr. He's a black preacher down in Mississippi. He got kind of famous for at the early on of this coronavirus. He didn't shut his church down. Now, they were having parking lot service, and they tried to come in and write them all tickets. And he took a stand, and I'm for it. Like, praise the Lord. Like, great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is. It really is. And I want to applaud the guy for that. He had some intestinal fortitude. And so, I always want to give honor where honor's due. Thank the Lord that he took a stand there. But he also says some really dumb stuff, which is fine. He probably thinks I say some dumb stuff too. That's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. In my opinion, if him happens to be, says dumb stuff. But he put a post on there that said the sign of a. Let me go to it. Because I want to read it correctly here. Let's see. He says the evidence of a rebellious church is when they have a man who's divorced. That's the pastor. That's a pretty bold statement.
That is very bold.
That's pretty bold. I mean, you can disagree with us on the divorced issue and all that. But I mean, to say that the sign of a rebellious church, the evidence of a rebellious church.
Like a sinful church.
A sinful church. Yeah, you're basically saying the whole church is rebellious. That's dumb and ignorant, and it's not founded in scripture. And so I was on there commenting, and the fact of the matter is there's really no gray area with this thing. It's not a gray issue. There's some guys that I can see their point, on this side, and I can see the point on the other side. I think, both sides are just seeing it. No. There literally is no gray area. And I don't really give any grace for this because it really just comes down to what does the Bible say? Mm-hmm. And the Bible just literally says that there are exceptions to marriage. Fornication, yep. Matthew 19. The unbelieving spouse departing, 1 Corinthians 7:15. There's really just no way around the exceptions. And the husband of one wife, according to Hosea 2:2, Hosea was married to Gomer. How would you like to have a wife named Gomer? That was her name, for real, Gomer. Which is always funny because the guy in Andy Griffith, Gomer Pyle, he was, the real country hick, but Gomer's technically a woman's name. Which is funny because I think that dude was queer. So, I think he was. It was either him. Wasn't there another one named Goober?
I cannot remember.
It's been too long since I've watched it.
I think it was Gomer and Goober and his cousin Goober. But either way, one of them was queer. And I think
imagine if your name was Goober. That'd be pretty sad.
Yeah.
I hope there's nobody named Goober watching this. I'm sorry in advance, but that's crazy.
I would bet good money there's nobody named Goober watching this. And if there is, please, Goober, reach out to us.
We'll pray for you.
We want to have you on the podcast ASAP. Goober, let us know. All right. What was I talking about?
I have no idea.
Gomer. So Hosea 2:2, Gomer and Hosea are married. Gomer goes out and commits fornication and adultery. And then Hosea says, Hosea 2:2, she is not my wife and I am not her husband. So it's very clear there that they're no longer husband and wife. So if my wife leaves me for another man and I go out and marry somebody else, I've not committed adultery or fornication, and I only have the husband. A bishop must be, present tense, the husband of one wife. My wife, after me and my wife are divorced, we are no longer married. She is no longer my wife. That is really hard for some of these fundamentalists to understand because they have low reading comprehension. So anyway, but there were like people like posting like links to my book on the post. Mm-hmm. Somebody said, "Yeah, that's really good toilet paper." So I asked the dude if you read. I said, "Have you read my book?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, I did read it." And I was like, "So you just ignored the 90 scripture references in there?" And then he never replied back. But I've asked this Charles Hamilton guy, if he would come on the show, because he also wanted to say that there was like no universal church, that there was only local churches, which is a Baptist Brighter thing. So I invited this guy to come on and to discuss. And you've seen my discussions. Like they're really not. I call them debates sometimes, and some people call them debates. They're really not debates, though. I mean, we're just having a discussion.
Yeah, it's just information being refuted.
Exactly. Two people that disagree, just discussing. It's not like
a viewer of whose side was more scriptural or
there's no
factual.
What do you call it? Like timed out things. There's no like, well, now we'll hear your rebuttal. And, there's none of that. It's just a discussion.
Yeah.
But people are scared of discussion anymore.
Oh, yeah.
They're petrified of being wrong, first of all. But anyway, I invited this guy on to discuss, and he agreed to it, and then he backed out. He said, "Well, I've been told that you edit your videos to make me look bad or wrong," or whatever he said. I was like, dude, it's a live video. There is no way I can edit this video.
Exactly.
I was like, you can go and look at the other videos that I've done. I don't edit that. He goes, "Well, I've never seen any of them. I've just been told." That's what somebody told me. It's like, "Do you know this person?" "No." "Okay." And it just turned in.
Just sounds like fear, honestly.
Oh, the dude chickened out. No doubt about it. So anyway, so I've commented on and asked him to come on to discuss the divorce and remarriage issue. He has also, he's not even replied to that. I also asked another guy, and at least he was honest. He said, "I just don't want to do that." So I doubt this Charles Hamilton guy will come on and discuss. I've discussed the divorce and remarriage issue with two other people.
How'd that go?
Oh, it went great for me. I'm not trying to sound arrogant or anything. It's just, It's really, you start talking to guys about that issue, they don't have a leg to stand on.
Did they at least use any Bible? Like
none.
Oh, okay.
None. There's no Bible you can use.
Exactly.
The only places they're going to go to is 1 Timothy 3. And they're going to say the husband of one wife means you can only be married once. Mm-hmm. And then they're going to say that, and then they're going to go to, Mark 10, where it talks about, if you divorce somebody and remarry, that you commit adultery. But the other passage, Matthew 19, the parallel passage to that, clearly says, "Except it be for fornication." Mm-hmm. So they want to take an incomplete statement of Jesus and run with it and ignore the other one. So anyway, I doubt they'll come on. But the divorce preacher thing, man, it's been hashed out, and it just keeps on getting hashed out. And it just comes down to like, these guys just don't know their Bibles. They are scared to death to have their tradition challenged.
Exactly.
So, and I don't have any bones to pick about it. Like, I'm not divorced. all the preachers I knew growing up, none of them were divorced. My wife's not divorced. Like I have no bones to pick. I was reading Ruckman. People say, well, you just do it so you can defend Ruckman. No. I started reading Ruckman before I ever believed that it was okay to divorce and remarry. Like for like a year, I read Ruckman thinking he was disqualified from being a preacher.
Wow.
Yeah, for real. That's just a true story. And I would tell people like, yeah, I read after Ruckman, but he's completely disqualified. And then I finally mustered up the, courage to read Divorce But Not Demoted, or sorry, that's my book. To read Ruckman's Marriage, Divorce, and Remarriage. And I read it and I was like, well, he's still wrong. I don't know why he's wrong, but I'm sure he is. Like, there's no way in the world I'm wrong about this. And then I read it again and it was just like, screw me. This is right. Like this, I've just been wrong this whole time about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, wrong. Yeah, I was. So
that's what a lot of guys can't do though. When they're wrong, they just cannot admit that they're wrong, and they'll just go on with a lie and just live the rest of their lives like that.
They would. I literally had a guy tell me. He said, "Brother Sluder," he said, I believe what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but I've just believed this way so long about once married guys that I can't change now. Like, how arrogant.
Yeah, that's
and like you set your whole ministry up of never backtracking, and that's what a lot of these fundamentals do. They never say sorry, they never apologize, they never admit they're wrong, and you're just setting yourself up for failure doing that. So, blah blah blah. Anyway, that's that. Hey, on a random note, we had Moki. When was it? Was it last night?
It was what? No, what was it?
No. It wasn't last night. It was 2 nights ago.
I don't even know what Moki is.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Hey, my wife just texted me, I want burgers and fries for lunch. My wife can make burgers and fries.
I think that's a yes.
Ooh, no, we want sushi.
See, I want burgers and fries. But y'all can eat sushi.
Hound. No, we want sushi. All right. Sorry about that, folks, that you had to see us
forget me
get lunch plan. Huh? Oh yeah, we'll get you something. I'll run by McDonald's and get you chicken nuggets.
He don't do McDonald's.
He don't. Jake is a picky eater, so I always joke about getting a McDonald's. But me and Johnny, oh gosh, we got to tell this story now. This was what, 3 or 4 years ago?
Probably 3.
Probably 3.
Ancient times.
Yeah, ancient, way back in the day. No, about 3 years ago. There was this bus family that went up to Hershey, Pennsylvania, because they had family up there, and basically got stranded. Like, they had to get back to North Carolina. And so they've been riding the bus forever. And she called me. It was a single mom and her 4 children. Is it 4? No, 3.
3.
No, it was 4.
Was it?
It's 4. Yeah, they've got 4. Yeah, it's for sure 4. Now she has 5, but she didn't have 5 then. But so she calls and she says, I've got to get back to North Carolina. So me and Johnny get in the church van and drive up to Hershey, Pennsylvania. That was an 8-hour drive one way.
Something like that. It was crazy.
It was, yeah. I mean, it was a suicide run. We got up there. We left an hour early. We went to the Hershey factory, the chocolate factory there. It smelled like heaven in there.
So good.
So good. I felt like I could have licked the air. I mean, it was just amazing. And I love chocolate. Like, I'm a chocoholic.
It's better fresh off the line too.
Oh my, and that's the thing. So we went through the little ride where and that was cool and everything. And I got to look around and study the history of Hershey chocolate and how they used to have like a little town there and all that, or how the town became because of the factory. But they give you a free Hershey bar at the end of your tour. Folks, there's no describing how good. They're not even comparable. Like, you get one in the store now and then you eat one fresh off the line. They're not even comparable.
Not even close.
It's not even close. It's so good. It's so good. So anyway, we go up there and we get them, and I take them through McDonald's, and I asked the mom, I was like, hey, what do you want? I'll buy you food or whatever. She goes, oh no, I can't eat McDonald's. I was like, you can't eat McDonald's? She's like, no, I can't eat McDonald's. It hurts my stomach. And I was like,
it hurts everybody's stomach.
yeah. And I was like, well, I guess I can take you to like Burger King. She goes, that's fine.
Oh, jeez. That'll work.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, that's fine. Like, yeah, I can do Burger King, but not McDonald's. And I was like, how you gonna tell me that McDonald's is? Oh, so anyway, so me and Johnny always have this joke: McDonald's hurts my stomach. Oh man, what were we talking about?
Mochi.
Mochi, that's right, Mochi. Mochi is Japanese ice cream.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like wrapped in rice dough, and then covered in powdered sugar. Is that powdered sugar?
Yeah.
Or is that just like rice flour?
Oh, I don't know.
I think it's flour.
I think it's flour
because it's not really sweet.
It's not sweet at all. But it's so good.
Yes.
And Johnny spent a ridiculous amount of money on Mochi. Did you get that off Amazon?
No.
You ordered it from somewhere else? Get it offline, and it had dry ice. I had 3 pieces. And I mean, but you did spend a ridiculous amount of money on the Smoky. Right. It was ridiculous. One day we're gonna do a podcast where we eat the Smoky and let everybody see it. But it's like little ice cream balls covered in rice dough, and it's delicious.
It really is.
It's so good. I had the mango, the coconut, and the Thai. Yeah. The Thai tea, which was amazing. So anyway, get you Mochi. It's Mochi. That's how it's spelled, Mochi. And it's so good. And then, but we're gonna get sushi today. I love everything Japanese culture. That was like the best vacation I ever went on when I went to Japan. We're gonna go one day.
Let's do it.
Remember you tried to get me to try that sushi that one time, and it took me like an hour. Like we were sitting there for probably like 45 minutes, and you were just like, "Jake, just try it."
Were we in the restaurant?
I can't. And I'm sitting there like smelling it. I'm just inspecting this thing, and I'm like, I do not want to eat this.
And you tasted it, and you liked it.
It was good, but it was I don't know. My mind was playing tricks on me. My mind messes with me with food. Yeah,
I really don't have a problem with that. Like, oh, do you know what you're eating? Like, yeah, I know what I'm eating. Like I'll tell you one thing. Down in Texas, they have what's called calf fries or mountain oysters. Mm-hmm. Y'all know what those are?
I don't.
You know, I'm assuming you know what those are, Johnny. So I know this is a family show, so we'll keep it definitely G-rated. But it is the, it's you take a male cow, and you deep fry how does the Bible call it? The uncomely parts.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. That's a good way.
I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah. The uncomely parts. And it's a big thing down in Texas. And the what is it called? The place, the Big Texan. It's like a famous steak place in Amarillo. Famous steak place. And they got delicious everything. The steaks are good. Everything's good. And they have calf fries or mountain oysters, and they are delicious. Like, they are very good.
I could never eat that ever.
Well, see, like Randy ate some, but it was like he was like struggling mentally. Like, I know what I'm eating, and like I knew what I was eating. I've never really struggled mentally. And if you're ever in Amarillo, Texas, or near there, you need to go to the Big Texan. Order a steak, get the calf fries. They're delicious. The only time I've ever really had like complications with, I liked the taste. See, like balut, like I have a video on YouTube about balut that I'm eating in the Philippines. It's a duck egg. Like a week before it hatches, you just boil it like you would boil an egg. And it's got a little baby duck in there, and you just eat it.
That is literally sick.
I didn't struggle with like what it was. I just didn't like the taste. It just tasted gross to me. I just didn't like the taste. So, but the only thing I have ever liked the taste, but really struggled with like what I was eating and the texture of it was in Mexico, cow eyeball tacos.
Oh, come on, man.
Cow eyeballs.
You actually put that in your mouth?
I ate. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And the problem was is I liked the taste. I really did. It tasted good.
Like, could you actually see like the?
It was chopped up.
Oh.
It was gelatinous. Eyeballs are gelatinous on the inside.
I mean, at least it wasn't like the full circle, like eyeball.
Johnny's struggling here. They have it's like a harder exterior, but once you get in, it's gelatinous.
That is really disgusting.
Yeah, it was. It looked gross too.
Mm.
And so, but you put you some cilantro and onion and lime on it with some of those homemade tortillas and just love it. And it tasted good. But man, the texture and the thought, it really got to me. And I couldn't finish the taco.
I bet.
So anyway, the crazy things you'll do on mission trips. India's fun. India's got good food. Y'all ever eaten goat?
I haven't. I actually would try goat, though.
Goat's good. Goat's probably my favorite meat.
Really?
Yeah, probably. If it's cooked right. But only the Mexicans eat goats here. But goat's good. I have goat in India. It's good. We'll go to India soon. If all this coronavirus mess, lifts up, we'll go. So
India seems like a place I would probably starve to death.
Oh yeah, you could not survive. Well, you like rice, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, they have rice.
I can just live off of that.
Yeah, there's a few things that you could probably eat over there, but not much. I don't
think I'd be able to eat any like special dish or anything they have.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't survive. I love it. You eat with your hands over there. Your right hand, I should say. Oh gosh, this is a funny story. We were eating, and so I ate with both hands because I don't have the same problem they have. Or they don't have a problem. It's just in those countries, your left hand is used for hygienic reasons.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
they see it as like rude if you do that, or just like you're disgusting.
Well, it's just disgusting. Yeah, I mean, use your imagination. It's used for hygienic reasons. And so when you're eating, you only use your right hand. Well, when I'm over there, I don't only use my right hand. I use both hands because I have toilet paper when I'm over there. Let's just be blunt. And so one time I was eating, and man, they make this thing called raita to go over the rice, and it's yogurt. They make their own yogurt too, which is delicious. They take yak's milk, a yak.
Okay.
And they milk it. So, very similar to a cow, but the milk is so good. It's so creamy. So they get it right from the cow over there.
Put yogurt on rice.
Well, yeah. So what they make their own yogurt. So you put a little bit of curd or a little bit of lemon in milk, and it just makes yogurt. And so they make their own yogurt over there, and they get cilantro, red onions, and salt, and just mix it in with yogurt. And it makes a thing called raita. And you pour it over your rice, and it is unbelievable. So I'm just eating, I'm the only person to go to a third world country and gain weight, I think. Like, I just pig out when I'm over there. And so I'm just eating a bunch of food, and I've got my hands all dirty. Well, it's customary to bring around a bowl of water with some lemon, and you squeeze the lemon and wash your hands in the bowl. Well, I put both hands. And the ladies whose house we're eating in flips. She's like, no, Pastor, no. Stop. Yeah, it was like literally like there was like another person. I was like, stop. And I'm like, no. Like I understood immediately. I understood. I was like, no. It's okay. Trust me.
I got this.
Like, you don't understand. I can do this. The left hand can go in this water. It's okay. I'm just trying to think like what the equivalent of that in America would be like. Just something you're just completely like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't even know. But like, yeah. Oh, that's funny. So anyway.
Not wearing socks with sandals. Or like flip-flops.
What? Not wearing socks with sandals? Does that gross you out?
Yes.
What?
Like when I see somebody just walking around, they're just wearing flip-flops, no socks. Or like wearing slides with no socks. I can't.
Bro.
Can't do it.
Wearing socks with your flip, like, okay, I do that sometimes.
Or like even wearing shoes without socks. Like if you do something like that, you're sick.
Flip-flops without socks grosses you out.
Yes. I mean, flip-flops.
What?
I don't know.
I don't understand this.
Just couldn't do it.
Can't show my feet, bro.
It's a personal conviction.
Can't show my feet. I got a personal conviction.
bro.
People look at my feet and it's over. They lust. Can't do it, man. That's weird. I knew a couple or know a couple. I don't have anything to do with them, but my wife used to go to church with them. That he wouldn't let his wife wear open-toed shoes because he didn't want anybody lusting after her feet.
Are you serious?
That was a real conviction he had.
I mean, sounds reasonable.
Does it? Yeah. Jake's like, yeah.
No, I'm talking about just like, I don't know, like just guys wearing flip-flops and not wearing socks.
What do you like? Do you like going to a coma at the beach? Like you just can't handle it? All these
gosh.
bare feet. Ah!
Dude, we need to get Earl on this podcast. He'd be right with me on this. Like,
What?
He thinks the same
Earl's
thing.
got nasty feet though.
Oh, yeah. He
The
does.
only reason I say that is because I know he watches this.
Yeah.
And I always like getting under his skin. Earl would be with you though? Or I've seen Earl wear flip-flops.
Yeah, I know, but like it's just because he has to. Like he only wear them if he has to. Like if he really doesn't want to get his shoes all sanded.
Which makes sense that you have this, because when I took you fishing and you didn't want to get your Yeezys dirty, you took off your Yeezys but left your socks on and was like walking around in like the mud with just ruined these socks, just walking around with these like dress socks on, like all in the mud. It's like, why would you take your socks off? He goes, I don't like the feeling on my feet. I don't like the sand on my feet. So wet socks is a better sensation to you than mud. Oh gosh. So anyway, well, hope you've enjoyed the podcast. I guess we're right at the 30-minute mark. That's where we're wanting to keep it at. We went like 40 minutes last time, but keep it around 30 minutes. And I'm hungry.
Same.
We did a 2-hour podcast this morning with somebody else, Joel Tillis, the Soul Trap. I didn't know it was fine, but I didn't know it was going to go 2 hours. I'd have eaten something. I am so hungry.
Let's go eat.
Well, we're going
Sushi time.
Sushi time, chicken nugget time for Jake.
For chicken nugget time for me, bro.
Oh, man. Hey, get in your Bible this weekend. Go to church. Soul in. Pass out some tracts. Do not spend the weekend being lazy for Jesus. We are living in Laodicea. The falling away is upon us, and you need to be busy serving the Lord in these last days. If you do not have a church, come see us here at Bible. A church alive is worth the drive. We are an old-fashioned, independent, Bible-believing Baptist church, preaching the King James Bible, singing the old hymns. We are rightly dividing, dispensational, blah, 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 blah. Go down the list. We've got it. Come see us at Bible Baptist Church here in Asheville, North Carolina. We would love to have you. Johnny and Jake, good to see y'all today.
It's good to be here.
As always, thanks for being on the podcast. It was a good time. Until next time, this is the Laodicean Lookout. Over and out.